Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. We're going to the top, to the top. So please become a part of Notification Squad. Peep Squad, hit that notification bell, baby. So let's get into it. Let's talk about Eva Marcel. Whether you believe that she was fired, whether you believe that she was let go, whether you believe that she rescinded her contract and chose not to sign, and she chose to be a housewife, stay home with the kids and basically nurture her kids and her husband career, because allegedly Eva Marcel husband Michael Sterling is in line to be the next Johnny Cochran, baby. So therefore there's some things that she can't do on the show, and there's just some access that we are not going to get of Michael Sterling. So therefore Eva Marcel decided to stay over there with the Ricky Smiley show, because that's where her real money come at, because allegedly she was only making $7,500 an episode, which is, I would love 7,500 too, baby, but it just wasn't worth the drama and the long filming. That's what she says. Do you believe that she was fired or not? But Eva Marcel do have memory lapse and problems with that situation, where she shades and talk about people, but when they want to confront her and address the situation, she denied. So therefore she was put on the hot seat plenty of times too as well, and people was just like, no, like, you need to remember what you say. You ain't here for this. Like, if you gonna talk and you gonna shade, you have to let the person respond and talk to you, especially when they confront you right in front of your face. You just can't sit there and say, I don't remember, I don't know what you're talking about, and call everybody a liar when the footage is there and we can see it with our eyes, baby. But Eva Marcel said, you know what, I'd rather shade y'all and keep it moving, because how dare y'all shade me back. So therefore she wasn't in for the back and forth with anybody, but yet she started the fourth, but she didn't want any back. So it is what it is. She's gone, and she's going to serve her community much better, she says, as being a civil rights leader, being an activist for the black community outside of Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she's going to take care of her babies and do what she needs to do. All right, Eva Marcel, do what you need to do, baby. And then we have the rumors of, when it comes to Kenya Moore not being a part of the show anymore. But also we see Eva Marcel and Cynthia Bailey, basically supporting each other and being cool with each other. And they did have a beautiful relationship, and I did appreciate that on the show. Cynthia Bailey and Eva Marcel relationship was very good. And I liked their friendship too as well, and how they greeted each other, how they talked to each other. At first it was a little rocky, but then it came through. Eva was able to bloom and to have a good friendship with Cynthia Bailey. It didn't seem like she was like that with anybody else, but it is what it is. And the rumor is that Cynthia Bailey might be getting the axe, but we don't know. That's the rumor, that Cynthia is going to be dropped down to be a friend of the show. I was like, Lord have mercy, that ain't gonna happen. But will Cynthia Bailey accept that offer if it's actually true? Because that is another rumor on the rumor mills. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. But Eva Marcel has said her piece. She has said goodbye, and she's moving on and she's moving forward. And the rumor gets out about NeNe Leakes. Allegedly NeNe Leakes is fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta because she has been calling out Andy and basically talking about the racist situations over there at Bravo. And there's a lot of things that are happening that are not fair to cast members of color, to the black people over there at Bravo. And basically she wants to have an open discussion about things that go on in the door, because she wants to bring it to light, baby. And her and Andy have been shading each other for almost 2 years now. So, and on top of that, NeNe Leakes ended up getting Lisa Bloom because she felt like she was being blackballed and mistreated and things wasn't fair to her, and she was promised spin-off shows and different adventures, and it was denied, because allegedly NeNe feels like she has been blackballed, and Bravo is at the heart of the situation. So you guys tell me what you think. So the rumor went around that NeNe Leakes is fired. NeNe Leakes went on Twitter to laugh at everybody that believed that she was fired, because baby, she said she wasn't fired. And she don't understand what y'all are talking about. And also, it was this post to Instagram to Twitter as well. And basically, people are saying that NeNe is saying this to Andy, that he's not going to get away with this. I promise. Basically, they're saying that NeNe is saying this towards Andy because allegedly NeNe Leakes did not receive a contract in the mail like Portia Williams did, because Portia let us know that she got her contract and she's about to, film. So a lot of people started to think, oh my God, she didn't receive a contract. And NeNe said, oh, I cannot chill, man. I can't get a break. Like, back up off me. Get up off me. Let me breathe. Let me live. Y'all know I'm coming back. Y'all know I'm the HBIC. Y'all know this is my baby. I might complain about the situation. I might not like shit that happened. I might not like the people that I film with. I might not like none of y'all. But that don't mean my contract has been, non and void, baby. I'm here. So basically, NeNe took to Instagram to laugh about the shit, to let people know that she is still going to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And she retweeted situations where NeNe Leakes says she's not leaving Real Housewives of Atlanta. It is absolutely not true, mother suckers. So don't you even try to play me. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I be. Come and get this, honey. I'm gonna be here all day, every day. I'll call out the boss. I'll call out you. I'll call out your mama, your sister, your brother, your cousin, but you can't do nothing about it. So, and I can beat down production, I can beat down the cameraman and all this other stuff, and I still come back. So it is what it is with that situation. So how do you guys feel about the rumor started that NeNe Leakes has not received her contract? And the first place that I heard the rumor from was Love B. Scott. Love B. Scott came out the woodworks, baby, and he was like, NeNe did not get a contract. She didn't get invited back. She was not fired. And Love B. Scott said he reached out to Universal. He reached out to ABC. He reached out to Bravo. He reached. And basically, he was told that she was not fired. She just didn't get a contract. So they changed the word that NeNe Leakes was not fired. She just didn't receive a contract. So that doesn't mean you're fired. You just have been let go, or your services are no longer needed, if you ask Shawnee O'Neal. So he says that, she has been fired. NeNe's people said that she hasn't been fired. NeNe says she hasn't been fired, and she's been laughing and cackling about the situation because she feels like people want to make a big deal out of nothing that is not true as well. She's like, let me breathe, let me live, baby, let me live. And basically she was like, I can't chill, I can't take a break. I done gave y'all all that I had to give y'all for almost a year now. I've been out here in these streets, running up and down Instagram, running up and down YouTube, running up and down Twitter, running up and down at all these other places, doing interviews and everything else like that. Can I live? Can I breathe? Can I see tomorrow? So you guys tell me what you think. But also, some people put a little bit of stock in Love B. Scott because it's alleged that, he was down when it came to litigate. And also, people were saying that NeNe had a fabulous season. Like, she came through with the reunion, and even though she was double teamed and ganged up on, she was able to get her reads out and walk away like a boss, baby. And also, NeNe put some work into as well when she got into an altercation with Kenya Moore, and Greece. And then on top of that, confronting Kenya Moore, Mark Daly over there at the bowling alley and showing up and showing out. And also just speaking her mind and trying to reach out to Kenya Moore, give her an olive branch. And also shading Kenya Moore and Mark Daly's relationship too as well. And having her dispute with Cynthia Bailey, and that crying on the episode and crying, baby. So people said NeNe Leakes put in some work, baby. And people also said that NeNe Leakes was missed on a lot of episodes, that she was not there. But when she came through, and she gave the ratings too as well. She did what she's supposed to do, baby. And she's still high power and still in demand over there at Bravo, even though they do shady shit towards her. So you guys tell me what you think about that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, it's going down like you wouldn't even believe. So what do you guys think about NeNe Leakes and her situation? She was like, Don't even try to play me. And she's laughing at everybody. Don't play these games with me because I ain't even trying to hear it. And then we have the Kenya Moore situation. And the rumors is that Kenya Moore has not been asked back to Real Housewives of Atlanta because for what? Why would they not ask Kenya Moore back? Why would she not be on the show when she brought the conflict, when she carried Kandi Burruss, when she carried Cynthia Bailey, when she even gave Eva Marcel a storyline, and everybody was intrigued about her relationship with Mark Daly and what he was about and how he treated her too as well. And people was intrigued when it came to baby Brooklyn too as well. And all her situation and opening up to Cynthia, having private conversations on TV with Cynthia about Mark Daly, and then her divorce, basically filing for divorce and separating for her husband on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She didn't file for divorce but separation. And then talking to, Kandi Burruss about her relationship and everything else like that, and getting deep and dark. And talking about the Uber ride home with Mark Daly and how he treats her and how she wants to be treated better, baby. And also talking about Mark Daly kept her away from his parents so she wouldn't have conversations with them. And then she brought in the cookie lady, baby. And then she was involved in Lettergate, baby. And then on top of that, her relationship with Portia at the beginning of the season, where Kenya Moore threw her birthday party for her daughter, letting people getting to know who baby Brooklyn was, and then having that situation go down with Eva Marcel, and having Kenya Moore and Portia get closer together only for a minute. But I think Portia Williams and Kenya Moore can actually get closer together. I think they can get past the situation. And then also Kenya Moore shading Portia when it came to Shamia, and her being there supporting Shamia and everything else like that. And then her charity event, that was Mark's charity event, how she threw that, how she gave Eva's husband the microphone and displayed the husbands on the show too as well. So I don't know why people think that Kenya Moore got fired. Like, that would be like Bravo basically sinking the show. For real, because she brought it this season and she came to play. She came to win. And she told us on the interview with Kandi Burruss that she knew what she was doing and she wasn't going to be fake, phony, or fugazi. If she didn't like you before, she ain't going to pretend like she liked you. So that's why she did not extend an olive branch out to NeNe Leakes, and she did not accept any of NeNe Leakes' olive branches. And also with the interview that Kenya Moore did with Kandi Burruss, the situation with that was, she let us know that NeNe Leakes has tried to get her fired, Cynthia Bailey fired, and also Portia Williams fired, and also Kandi, and also tried to get Kandi fired too as well, baby. But I'm waiting on information to find out if Kenya Moore was actually fired, which I don't believe, but I did reach out to one of the producers that I reached out to before, and we had a conversation. We talked about some of the cast members' behaviors and their attitudes on the show and their mental, health and things like that. So we'll see what happens with that situation. But deep in my heart, do I feel like she was fired? Hell no. Do I feel like she got a contract? Hell yeah. But some people are saying because Mark Daly said, on the last time he was debuted on Real Housewives of Atlanta, that he wasn't coming back. So that might be what people are holding on to, that since Kenya Moore is a package deal, we need to have Mark Daly. We need to have, to see where their marriage is going to go, their friendship is going to go, what's going to happen. So that's the situation. But do I think she was fired? No. And only 2 people are reporting that she was fired, which I don't believe. Point blank, period. So it is what it is with that situation. So you guys tell me what you think. I was like, it's going down, baby. And so then we get to the situation where it comes to Portia Williams. We know Portia Williams coming back. She said she's going to be there. They're going to start filming next month. So it is what it is. So Portia Williams is in the door, baby. We're going to see what Portia brings to this season. We're going to see how her relationship with Dennis McKinley works out, and also with his mother, and how much growth Portia Williams has gone through, because it seems like she has grown a whole lot, baby, and she has matured into that successful, smart business activist Black Lives Matter power movement. So we're gonna see, baby. And then the rumor is that Phaedra Parks is coming back, and Phaedra Park has alluded somewhere to some people and some blogs that she's coming back. So we'll see if she does come back, and we will also see if she comes back. And if she comes back, will Kandi Burruss still be around? And when Phaedra Parks come back, is she going to have an issue with Kenya Moore? Are they really going to bring her back, or is she just really a liability? And these stories are hitting the blogs because they're trying to pressure Bravo to bring, Miss Phaedra Parks back, because it's supposed to be a really big shakeup this season. Bringing her back would be a huge shakeup, and firing one of the head people, the two head people. If you fire NeNe or you fire Kenya Moore, that's like huge headlines. That's a huge shakeup. If you get rid of Cynthia Bailey, that's not really a shakeup. You know what I mean? That's not, people look, if you fired Eva Marcel, and Eva Marcel being fired was not really a big deal. But with Kandi, stay in the kitchen when it gets hot, and Phaedra Parks return to the show, baby. And getting rid of, Cynthia Bailey is not really a shakeup. And it's not really a shakeup if you remove Marlo Hampton from the situation. It's really not a shakeup at all. Point blank, period. It just is what it is. She will be missed, and people want to see her growth because she has done so many Black Lives Matter movements. She has done a PSA too as well. She has been taking care of her nephew, and she has turned on a new leaf of basically being strong and empowered and helping out the community. So what do you guys think about that situation too as well? And being a single auntie, you go ahead, Marlo Hampton, but people say that she's a liability too because of her criminal record, and it's hard to insure her, but she's insured to be a friend of the show. Why can't she be insured to have a peach of the show? But some people think that she doesn't have much to offer, but Marlo has been changing and showing that she has evolved, and she is growing too as well, and she's no longer no one's lapdog, point blank, period. That's the situation. And it's not really a shakeup if you get rid of Tanya Sands, because she really doesn't bring that much to the show but laughter and joy, and then her laughter and joy is basically debunked, and then kind of forget about her. And then we want her to stick up for herself, but she's not able to. And she, basically is very close-lipped when it comes to her 7-year engagement or 7-year relationship with Paul, and it not going anywhere. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. Much love.